Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today's conversation is life insurance. Now, just to set the record straight, I'm not selling it, but I am a huge advocate of it. Nor do I get any kickback or any commissions for what I'm about to recommend you guys do. It's a beautiful day here in Texas. Look, that's a brand new apartment complex that went up. This area of Houston is growing massively. There's about two other apartment complexes down the street that they just built. Well, luckily, I was already here before them. So when it comes to life insurance, it's awkward, right? Nobody wants to think about their death. But to be frank, we're not going to make it out of here alive. Like they say, there's two guarantees in life: death and taxes. So today's topic is going to be strictly term life insurance. There's one term, two whole life. Whole life is garbage, is a ripoff. Basically, what whole life is a term life insurance that's 10, 15 times more expensive. The difference is what the insurance company is going to invest for you. So you keep paying into it and it keeps growing. It keeps growing at an investment rate of 5%, and later on you can get that money out. Well, I say you take the difference of the term life insurance to whole life policy and you invest it yourself. Don't give it to somebody else to invest it for you. Now, what is term life insurance? Term is basically the time that this insurance will last. Currently, I have a 20-year term, $2 million policy on me. My wife has the same. Now, for that, we pay together $90. So mine's about $55, hers is about 35, 40-ish. We've been blessed this year and our incomes have gone up. So we had to bring up the conversation again because it's recommended that you take out a 20-year term life insurance policy that is equivalent to 10 to 15 times your household income. Since our income grew, my wife and I decided to actually get an additional policy for the same exact amount. Now you're going to kick yourself when I tell you what the rate of that. Now we took out an additional $2 million policy for her and me, total $4 million, 20 years. So for both $4 million policy, 20-year, we're going to be paying $190 a month. So it's an additional $100. Most people spend that in coffee and latte. It is an awkward conversation to discuss this, but it's a conversation that you have to have. Now that's dirt cheap. It is a little weird. It's not weird for me because I already know I'm not going to live forever, right? But for some people, it's very, very awkward, very, very weird. When I told my wife that, she agreed, and she's like, "Hey, let's just bump it up." Now, as you see, at $4 million, 20-year, for about $100 a month for one policy, that's super cheap. What I like is insurance brokers. So this is not a sponsored video. I'm not going to get kickback with this, but where I go is called Zander Insurance, ZanderINS.com, and you're able to run a quote amongst 100 different life insurance companies, and you just choose the best rate. Once you choose the best rate, Zander's going to call you and just verify all the information is correct, making sure your phone number is correct. They'll hand it off over to the life insurance company. Life insurance company will call you. This call is about maybe 30 minutes. They'll ask you, they verify all the information, make sure all the what you answer correctly is incorrectly in the system, i.e. you have family history of cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure. Once you answer those conversations, they may or may not require blood sample and urine sample. I just had mine scheduled 2 days ago for the additional $2 million policy. And a nurse actually came to my house, took urine sample, blood sample, and also measured my blood pressure. Now, I work out 4 or 5 times a week. I take vitamins. I control the controllables per se. But obviously, if I'm struck with heart attack or cancer, those are not control. Obviously, I can control me walking on the sidewalk, and making sure that I see both cars. This video is to send out like a warning. The sooner you take out a life insurance policy, the better. Why? Because right now you might be healthy, but tomorrow you may not. Meaning tomorrow you might get diagnosed with diabetes, high blood pressure, heart attack. One of my neighbors gave birth. She had a C-section. And the doctor, while they were taking out the baby, saw that she had a bunch of cysts in her ovaries. Well, those cysts turned out to be cancerous. So if it wasn't for this baby being born, she would have never known that she had ovarian cancer. They took out one of her ovaries, and luckily she's okay. She's fine, and the baby's fine. But how much of a blessing is that baby, right? But the thing is, now since she has that in her in her history, in health history, she probably won't be able to take out a life insurance policy now. I mean, she can, but it'll be super expensive. If she would have taken out this life insurance policy 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, she would have been locked in, meaning the life insurance company cannot drop once you're set in the policy. It's an agreement. It has an expiration date of about 20 years, or depending on what you chose, but you're locked in. So that's why it's really good to get it as soon as possible. If you're healthy now, let's get it now. Talk about it with your spouse. Get 10 to 15 times your household income. That way, in worst case scenario, you pass away, your family, your children will be taken care of. Right now, I'm gonna display some prices for 35 mil with Preferred Plus Health category. As you see, I set it for 20 years, and I'm just changing the amount. As you see, these are very, very cheap. It's not even that much. I mean, some people spend more on a Netflix subscription than they do on this, right? If I'm in my deathbed, I want to make sure that my family is going to be taken care of. I don't want to be in my deathbed worrying about not only that I'm about to die, but that my wife and my daughter won't be able to have the means, because then my income will be gone. And if my wife has solely relied on my income and it's not there, she's going to be struggling. Not only that, she's going to have to go back to work and not have the opportunity to mourn her loss, which is me. So again, like I was telling you, I'm not selling it. I recommend 20-year term life insurance. Get 10 to 15 times your household income. And if your income goes up, make sure to redo your life insurance, pull out another policy, because you always want to be within that range. So if your income goes up, you always want to be within the 10 to 15 times your income. You know, this term life insurance may cover your mortgages, your car loans, any debt that you might have. And mind you, this life insurance, once it pays out, it's tax-free. There is no taxes owed on that. So it's clean money that'll go to your family. Well, hope you enjoyed the video. Again, go check out those prices. Totally recommend it. You only have to talk about it once. Maybe review every 2 to 5 years. If your income goes up substantially, and review that it covers the 10 to 15 times, and then just take out another policy. Don't cancel the old one. Just keep adding policies. Don't ever cancel them, and just keep adding them, and keep track of all that. Make sure you write your policy number somewhere. Make sure your spouse knows the policy number. Either way, they should be able to call in case you do die. You'll be able to call the life insurance, give them the social security number. She should be the beneficiary anyways. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little dark, but it's something that we need to talk about and we need to assemble. Thanks.